Hello everyone and welcome back on this new video from CG Blast channel. So today I'm here with this brand new video to talk a little bit about something that I discovered really important and that not really many people talk about it. So what I'm talking about is the importance of taking breaks. So what does this thing means? Sometimes we can love the kind of job that we do, or that maybe we have so many things during our daily routine that keeps us so busy, and maybe we enjoy doing those kind of things, but we don't realize that actually we are getting so much tired and that we actually need a break. So today I would like to talk to you a little bit about my experience, about what I went through and how I discovered that I was in need of a break. Because this is a thing that we all go through and maybe we don't really realize it. So I'm pretty sure that some of you may have gone through the same situation or something similar. So this video is for you. One of the things that we need to understand first of all is that when we are stressed, or maybe that we don't like the kind of life we have, we are frustrated because things are not really going the way that we want, we tend to stress more. So one of the things that we need to understand is that if we hate our job or our daily routines, our stress is doubled. So that means that we are stressing too much, and it's really easy to get into a so-called burnout. So what is a burnout? So when you get into a burnout, you start realizing that you don't have the mental and physical strength that you had before. That's because your energy is about to expire, and one of the best things you can do is to take a break and start relaxing a little bit. So first of all, I would like to tell you a little bit about what happened to me. I am a professional 3D animator and I've been working in the industry for a while. Since I started working, a little bit more professionally around year 2014. That's a little bit when I actually started. And later on, I basically started jumping from one production to another, never really getting a proper break. So I found myself that I was working so hard trying to get my objectives and reach my goals, and I was not really thinking about the things that were important for my health. So I was just thinking about the things that I knew were important for my career as an animator, but I was forgetting about what I actually needed for my mental and physical strength. So what happened was that one day I started to feel so bad. Day after day I was feeling so bad, and I couldn't really explain myself what was going on because I knew that I was tired. I was not really enjoying my job. I was not feeling satisfied, even though maybe I was working on an important production, and that should have given me the happiness that I needed to have the enthusiasm to say, okay, let's go and do this. But actually nothing was making me feel better, and day after day I just felt the responsibilities, the deadlines that I needed to commit to, and I was just thinking about my duties. So what was happening to me was that I was so full of stress that I just couldn't even see or understand what were the important things that I needed for my mental and physical health. So from that moment, I actually understood that I needed to take a break from everything. And when I say from everything, was not just from my job, but also from all those kind of things that can keep me under pressure. Because this is the thing, when we are under pressure, we just focus about that. And even maybe during the weekend, that we should relax and and don't think about the week upcoming, some of us can have our brain still working. So actually, even if you're taking a little break, like a week or two, you're not really actually having a break in order to restore your brain. So from the moment that I took a break, I understood that it was really the best thing for me. Maybe it was a little bit hard for me because I needed to ask my company to quit and to retire from the project that I was working on, but they understood the situation. So it's really important that you make the people that works with you, make them understand your situation and try to see if they can, help you in some way, and not make you feel the pressure that you're leaving the company with an unfinished project. But if you're doing it, it's for your health, so that's really important. And I'm sure that if you're working in a good company, they will be ready to understand your situation and maybe help you out. So actually, let's see a little bit what are the signs that are maybe common, those kind of signs that we need to take care of when you should take a break from your work, from your job. So the first thing is that you start to have a lack of concentration. That's a common thing. You start to feel a little bit tired, and you really struggle a lot to wake up in the morning and you turn on the computer and work. So that's one of the things that it's upcoming when you're too much stressed and when you should take a break. So don't feel like you need to overwork and try to maybe work more than the actual hours that you should work. Like if you need to work 8 hours a day and you're working 9 or 10 or 12 hours every day because you're slow, you're struggling to be concentrated, and so you're becoming slow, but you need to respect the deadlines that have been given to you for your project, for the project that you're working on. So maybe you are thinking about working more hours in order to finish, but that's not really the right choice. The real choice is that this is one of the signs that's saying you need to take a break so that you can think about a little bit about your mental health. The second actual sign is that you start to be irritated, so that every single thing that goes wrong really brings you to be so mad that you almost can't control yourself. Even a small noise while you're working makes you become mad or whatever. This is another important sign, and this is really an important one because it's a sign that connects also to the third sign, which is maybe the most important one. It's last but not least, which is depression. This is a really important one because actually if you are doing something with so much stress and you are not maybe enjoying it anymore because you're just doing it because it's your job, and so you feel the pressure, you feel the responsibility, and so you are just focusing on your duties and you're forgetting about your health. So this is a thing that can bring you to a sort kind of depression. And what can happen in depression is that maybe you can start losing joy, or you can lose the strength to do anything else at the end of the day. So maybe you don't feel the joy of doing anything else at the end of the day after a day of work. So you come back home, you just start you lay down on bed watching TV, and that's it. And then the next day you're gonna do the have the exact routine again. And if you do this for so much time, your brain is gonna it's gonna go crazy. So it's really important to notice if you're going through a mental state where you're not enjoying anymore things that were giving you joy before. So maybe you are a painter or a singer, music producer, or whatever. Maybe you like writing novels, or maybe you like doing sports, and you're not enjoying these things anymore. And this is really important, because this is a big sign that's telling you you have to take a break and restore your brain. So actually, right now, let's go to see the 5 tips that I have for you to how to really take a break in a good way. At least this is the way that I've choose for me when I decided to take a break. And the first thing is relax. Try to not think about anything else. Don't think about the future. Don't think about too many things. Just relax a little bit and enjoy life. The second tip is don't think about what you're gonna be doing when you go back to work. Maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, or 6 months. You never know. Don't think about what you're gonna be doing later, because if you do this, actually your brain is not gonna be shut down in that, part of the of your mental state where you're thinking about your responsibilities and all the things that you want to do and you have to do. So don't think about what you're gonna be doing later. Focus on the present moment and enjoy it. The third tip is rediscover your passions. I'm sure that you have something that you loved doing before. Maybe like I said, maybe you are a singer, a music producer, a painter, or writer, or whatever it is. Try to take a time to relax first and push away all this pressure moments that you have been going through throughout this year or more, or even just few months, and you really feel that you need to take a break. So it's important that you take a break, also rediscovering your passion. Tip number 4, build relationships. This is an important one, because actually sometimes we tend to come back home from work and just lay on our bed or watch TV, or maybe play video games, and we do the exact same thing every day. So it's really important to go out for a beer, for a walk, and talk a little bit with friends, and maybe share how was your day. Maybe you live alone, you don't live with nobody else, and so it's important to go out and meet people, see people. I know that with the pandemic situation it's a little bit more complicated, but I'm sure that sooner or later the situation will be better, so that we can restore also this part of our lives. Last but not least, tip number 5, change your daily routines. So what this means is that sometimes we have our days that are so similar one to another. So since we get up in the morning until we go to bed at night, we have the same exact routine every single day. So one of the things that I would recommend is try to reschedule your days, in order that maybe, I don't know, you usually go for a run in the morning. Why don't you do it in the evening, maybe sometimes? Or maybe you have coffee at 8 in the morning. Try to do it earlier, or maybe later. I don't know, it depends on you. Or maybe just whatever is those things that you usually do because you have to do them at a certain time. Try to reschedule things in order that your brain is gonna feel that every day is different from those days when you usually work, and when you have deadlines, and when your standard routines when you have a job. So when we are taking a break, it's important to give our brain a possibility to feel this difference, and that's a beautiful way to feel that actually every day is different in order to enjoy life better. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little few tips that I have for you, and actually I'm trying to follow these things right now at the time that I'm shooting this video, that I'm actually on a break. I decided to quit my job for a short while and try to restore a little bit my mental and physical health and try to charge my energies. Try to not think about what I'm gonna do later in the future when I'm gonna be working again. Try to just relax and enjoy life right now is maybe the best thing to do when we actually need a break. So I hope to hear from you guys, so just leave some comments below and eventually we can share some opinions and see how you are actually managing your break. And if you went through a hard moment, this is a beautiful way right now to share your experience so that nobody will feel alone if somebody maybe is going through the same situation. So this is really a beautiful way to help each others, and I'm sure that all of you guys are ready to do so. So thanks again for watching this video. Hope to hear from you soon. Don't forget to subscribe and see you on another video. Ciao!